Angela Petrilli with my friends at Fishman. Today's episode is pre-recorded, but don't worry, we're gonna have a lot of fun. I've been getting a lot of requests for Oasis lately, so we're gonna be looking at an acoustic version of Live Forever. Really, really beautiful song here. So have your acoustic guitar in standard tuning. We're gonna have some really friendly beginner chords. We're gonna really look at strumming too and really feeling the vibe of the song. So this is going to be really fun here. No bar chords on this one. So yay. Again, really fun strummer song. Really, really beautiful tune. So before we get started, I like to ask a question. So let me know where you're tuning in from and your favorite sad 90s song. Your favorite sad song from the 90s. That's what I want to know. So get the guitar tuned up. Here is Live Forever, an acoustic version by Oasis. So that's the song today. It's a really, really beautiful song. Again, very beginner-friendly chords, but notice the emphasis on that strumming and how it really, really captures and builds the song up. And it's continuous, right? It's like a flowing river. So that's what we're really looking for here when we're telling the story. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's look at the chords here, and then we'll go ahead and talk about strumming the tune. So what we're going to have here is we're going to have the verses. So the verses look like this. It's going to be a G chord. We're going to have a D major, an A minor 7, a C major, and then back to that D major. A couple inflections of some other chords. We'll talk about those when we get there. So with this G chord here, what we're going to do, let's go ahead and build it. Again, we're going to be using these 4 fingers here for my beginners. Here's how we build that G chord. First finger, second fret of the A string, that's your B note. You're going to get your second finger here, third fret of the E string, that's G. Third finger, third fret of the B string, that is your D note, and then your fourth finger on the third fret of the high E string, that's another G. So when we're building a G chord, what are the 3 target tonal centers of the chord G, B, and D? 1, 3, and 5. We have them all here. All right. So we've got the G chord. Our D major is D, F sharp, and A. First finger on that second fret rather of the G string, that's your A note. Your second finger here, placing that on the second fret of the E string, that's F sharp. Third finger here is on your D note, third fret of that B string. You're going to strum from the D string downward, the those 4 notes, just like that. A minor 7, what's great about this chord here is we all know how the A minor goes, right? A, C, and E. First finger on the C note, first fret of the B string. Second finger, second fret of the D string, that's E. Third finger, second fret of the G string, which is A, right? So we have all of those. The A minor 7, we're adding an additional note here. It's a 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. In this case, the flat 7 is going to be a G. All you're going to do here, you're going from A minor to A minor 7, lift your third finger. That's all you got to do, okay? So from there, still strum from the A string downward. Now switching to the C is really easy here. All we're going to do, that third finger that we just took out for the A minor 7, we're going to put it back here, but this time we're putting that third finger reaching up to the third fret of that A string. That's your C note. So C, E, and G are the 1, 3, 5 with this chord. Just like that. And then back to D. So with strumming here and listening to Noel Gallagher, who's part of Oasis, there's many, he does many iterations of this tune, including like swapping out and substituting different chords, which we'll talk about later in the lesson. With the strumming here, it never stops. And the way that I think of an acoustic guitar, it's a drum that you can play chords on and that has strings. So when we're looking at the strumming pattern here, think about the beat. So we've got this, and at least this is my strumming pattern. So it's a down, 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 up, down, up, down. So down, 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 up, down, up. That's how I'm strumming it. So down, 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 up, down, up. That's going to be the strumming for the song. So what we're going to do here is I want you to do this. I haven't really done this, I think, in any of the riff rundowns yet. We're going to do here, place your palm across. We're not going to play any chords yet. And what I want you to do is this. That strumming pattern, think like a drummer, okay? Notice when I play that strumming pattern, it sounds like a beat. Listen. I want you to try that with me. Let's go ahead and just do that. No chords yet. We'll have the chord in a second. So here we go. Now let's get to the chords. G. Let's use that same pattern. Okay, so here we go. Isn't that great? And notice here when I strum too, I like to strum from that elbow. You want to leave a little bit of wiggle in that wrist, a little bit of movement here, again, like a river. You want it nice and flowing and easy. We don't want to think about it here. And one thing I really want you to remember is you want to keep that arm moving. The second we stop and we kind of hesitate is when, right, we block that flowing water, right? My analogy for the strumming today. So really, even if you got to do this slowly, do your best to keep that arm moving. All right, that strumming hand. So let's go ahead and just focus on the G chord and that D chord. Here we go. D major. Okay, and I'm playing this slowly. Let's do that again. G to D. How my arm isn't stopping. The strumming hand it's continuing to move. All right, so now we're going to do here, we're going to go from G, D, A minor 7 to C to D. I'm going to play this slowly here. This is our verse. All right, so keep in mind, I want you to think like a drummer when we're strumming this. Okay, keep that strumming hand moving. Here we go. I'll call out the chords. G, D, A minor 7, C, D. Back, no commentary. that again, a little faster this time. Keep up the good work. Repeat that again. So notice how we're keeping that strumming hand moving here, right? Again, we want the rhythm to flow. So we're going to do here, let's play it to speed, G, D, A minor 7, C to D. We're going to do this a couple times here, and then I'll talk about some chords, particularly that you can substitute for the D major, or chords that you can put and kind of sneak in between the G and the D chord. That can really make it come alive. So let's go ahead and do that again at speed. Those chords again, G, D, A minor 7, C, and D. And again, if you're enjoying these lessons, be sure to click that like button down here somewhere and subscribe to the channel. It absolutely helps the cause. And if you want to check out all the cool stuff Fishman is up to, click the link in the video description. There's some cool stuff. It's great. So from the top, here we go. There. All right, again, very friendly chords. Now, talking about the chords that we could sneak in between G and D. I like to do this, and Noel, I hear him do this a lot too. It's a really beautiful chord here. You're going to strum the D chord, but what you're going to do is you're going to lift your first finger first, so we have that open G string. It sounds like this. Really pretty chord there. And then you're going to hammer on with that first finger. I'll go ahead and play that again without the commentary. Again. And that's going to introduce that D chord. I'll do it one more time. Just like that. All right? So I would play this before the D chord. So in context, it would sound like this. See how it beautifully introduces that D chord? Let's go ahead and do that again, this time with the whole chord sequence. Let's do that again. Very beautiful, very like folky Americana vibe. It's really great. So let's go ahead and look at the pre-chorus here. So the pre-chorus, same chords for the most part. Again, we're going to have some substitutions here that are optional. All right, that pre-chorus is going to go like, or the chorus, yeah, it's the chorus. It's going to go like this. Chord's a real winner in my book. Let's go ahead and talk about the rest of them too. They're all great. They're all great. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start with E minor 7. Here's how I like to play it. We're going to be using these 4 fingers here First finger placing that on the second fret of the A string, that's your B note, B as in boy. Second finger placing that on the second fret of the D string, that's your E note. Third finger is on the D note here, third fret of the B string, fourth finger, G note, third fret of the high E string. We are going to strum everything. It sounds like this. Really, really great chord. And again, that same strumming pattern. Let's go ahead and review it. We're going to pretend we're a drummer, okay? So I'm palm muting this with this side of my hand, okay, with my fretted hand. Down, 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 up, up, down, up, down, up. Let's do it again as a refresher. Sounds like a drum beat. That's what we're doing. As guitar players, we play drums, but we play chords with strings too. All right, so this progression here, E minor 7 to D, A minor 7 to C, and then to D again. All right, and then that repeats. So here we go. Remember that strumming pattern / drum beat. Here we go from the top. One more time. Again, a very, very beautiful progression here, all right? So what we do here is that's going to repeat 2 times, the E minor 7 D, A minor 7 C to D. That's going to repeat twice. But remember all those cool substitutions that we could throw in, so let's go ahead and talk about them. So could we do that little beautiful introduction to that D chord by doing that hammer on with our first finger with that open G note and then hammering onto the A note? Absolutely, we can do this. There's something else when I listen to a few different live versions that Noel Gallagher did, acoustic, of this. So this C chord sounds great, right? One of my favorite chords, right? What you can also do is this as a substitution. I happen to love this chord very much. This is C add 9. So what you can do here, first finger, we're going to place that on the second fret of the D string. That's again your E note. Third finger is going to play, or second finger is going to play C, which is on the third fret, the A string. Say that 10 times fast. We're going to get our third finger here. Okay, D note, third fret of the B string, and then the high E string. Third fret with your fourth finger. You're going to strum from the A string downward here. This is a C add 9. Just like that. Really beautiful chord. So feel free to substitute that chord for the C major. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and play that progression again, but this time I'm going to substitute the C add 9 for that C chord, okay? Or I'm substituting the C add 9. Yes, okay. Here we go. We're live, it's fun. All right, here we go. Here comes the C add 9. That again. Last time. Progression there. Again, totally up to you. I've heard him play both The C sounds great. C add 9 is a really nice bright texture to it. So again, I'll leave that up to you. It's a pretty chord. I know a lot of times I substitute for C add 9. It's really great. So let's go ahead and do this. So we already played the E minor 7 to D, A minor 7, C, or C add 9, to D. We're going to repeat that. Now, for the second pass, once we get to the A minor 7, we're not going to play the C again. What we're going to do here, this is a beautiful chord. It's an F major 7 over C, and I'll play it here. Just a great chord. Here's how we play it. So your first finger, you're going to place that on the first fret of the B string. That's your C note. You're going to get your your second finger here, placing that on the second fret of the G string. That's A. Your third finger is going to reach up to play the third fret of the A string, which is C, and your fourth finger, okay, stick with me here, beginners, you can do this. Fourth finger, third fret, the D string, that's your F note. We're going to strum from the A string downward. I'm going to go ahead and play each string. We want that open E because, again, that's what makes it the F major 7, and then we have the C here in the bass. So we have the F major 7 with the C in the bass. Beautiful chord. All right. Just like that. And again, we want to keep our fingers nice and curled here if you're getting some fret buzz, right? We're getting some notes that sound a little thuddy, particularly I'm speaking to you, my beginners right now. It's totally okay and totally normal, so don't freak out. We want to do here, keep good continuous pressure as you are pressing through, okay? Get as close to those frets as you can without touching them, because if we're touching those frets, hear that buzz? That we don't want, so get as close as you can. Again, if you need your thumb to go to the middle of the neck to help curl those fingers and to press through a little bit, that's totally okay. I've been playing chords like this for a while, that's why my thumb, I'm used to the grip, so I can have my thumb up here, but if you feel like you need it, you can go ahead and put that back. So in context with this F major 7 over C, here it is with the entire progression. Play along. All right, so here we go. F major 7. So just like that, we're going to strum it a couple extra bars. Let's go ahead and do that again. Now you know it's coming. Here we go. To our verse. Let's go ahead and do it. Repeat the verse. Our chorus. So from there, we go into a second verse. Then we go into another chorus, and then we go into a guitar solo. And if I get enough requests, I'll definitely teach a guitar solo in a later lesson. But the solo there is just going to be a verse and a chorus. All right, so same old chords, good stuff. From there, we go back to our verse 1. All right, same chords, all that good stuff. Then we go to another chorus, and then we go to an outro. So the outro, all it is, repeating, repeating, repeating. I think it's 6 times, and then it fades out. It's going to be going from that A minor 7 back to that F major 7 over C. So for context, that outro is going to sound like this. And fades and fades out, all right? So with this, what I'd like you to think when you're playing this and when you're practicing this at home, that first finger isn't going to move, okay? Both of those chords have that C note. So we're gonna do here, we're going from that A minor 7, okay? Notice how the first finger stayed where it was, the other fingers get into position. Let's do that again, just with whole note strums here. Keeping that first finger down, reaching with the other 3, F major 7 over C. Again. Just like that, all right? Something else I want to mention too, sometimes what I noticed Noah will do is he'll actually play like this F9. Another really pretty chord, all right? So again, lots of chord substitutions with this lesson today. It just kind of worked out that way. If you want to, maybe in one pass, do the F major 7 over C, and then another one where you can put that 9, right? We have the F chord with that added G here, 3rd fret of that high E string. We can do that too. So I'll show you what that substitution sounds like just in the outro, so going back and forth between the 2 chords. So here we go. So this is with the F major 7 over C. Now with the F9, F add 9. Back to F major 7 over C. There, F add 9. So I'll leave that up to you. Again, really, really beautiful song. If you guys aren't familiar with the song, definitely go and listen to it. Again, I want to say if you guys are enjoying these lessons, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It absolutely helps the cause. I am also going to leave a link in this video. I released my first single off of my debut EP yesterday. So I am going to put that link in the video description and in the comments so you guys can check it out and give it a listen. Me and the players are super, super proud of it. And we're excited for the release of the EP on May 5th, 2023, guys. Good stuff. So let's go ahead here. Quick review. Let's go through each part, verse, chorus, and outro. Here we go. To our chorus. As always, happy playing, guys.